Enter the Gungeon is one of the best games on the market right now, and I'm not just talking about indie games or roguelites specifically. I mean, it's one of the best games on the market right now. It offers a ton of fun and allows players to shoot their way through mob-filled Gungeons, and I did say that correctly, Gungeons, all the while carrying tons of fun and powerful weapons. But one of the key features of the game is the cast of unique characters that it boasts. There are 7 in total, 5 being default and 2 being obtained via very difficult unlocks. I won't be going over how to unlock those secret characters in the game during this video, as this video is dedicated to ranking these wonderful Gungeoneers from worst to best. Let's begin. The pilot is probably the most polarizing character in the entire game. I meet and talk to people all the time who say they love him or they hate him. No one I really know is in between. He has awful accuracy, his gun is the worst starting sidearm in the game. He doesn't start with a primary, he isn't actually a brown coat. It's not a good joke. That's not a good joke. I'll take that one on the nose. But still, I consider him the weakest of the bunch with minor perks. The trusty lockpick can be very good on runs where you have no keys, but even then, it's only a 50% chance to work, and if it fails, you can't even open the lock with a key. Disarming personality, the ability to have shop discounts is very nice, but hardly game-winning. And lastly, the hidden compartment is probably his biggest highlight, where it allows him to carry 10% more ammo for every gun, and the ability to hold 2 active items. Overall though, his build is far too luck-based to create any amount of skill around, and thusly he falls to the lowest on the charts. The Convict is one of those characters I say I dislike a lot, but the only real reason I say that is because all the other characters are better than her. Her early game is way too reliant on close quarters combat with the sawn-off, and even though she has that second best starting sidearm, it only has a 5-bullet chamber. Even though it's a revolver, it's a downside. Her sawed-off is very good at close range damage, but unless you're kissing the enemy, it does very minimal damage. Her 2 items, however, are her true strengths, the Enraging Photo and the Molotov. The Photo grants you a temporary double damage boost and an instant reload after being hit, and the Molotov, well, as you might imagine, you burn people. The Marine is every new player's best friend. He has the most powerful of all the starting sidearms, he starts with an extra piece of armor, he has military training, which increases your accuracy, reduces your shotgun spread, and gives you an overall combat efficiency boost, and he starts with an emergency ammo supply drop that can save a run in a pinch. The Marine can chew through the first floor pretty easily, even with minimal skill, and can even use his sidearm into the second and third floor if needed. However, this is where his perks end. He has no other major benefits. Armor isn't unique to him, accuracy and good play can make all the other characters more viable, and generally, you aren't going to be using your sidearm that long even if it is the best of the 4 main ones. The Hunter is easily the most well-rounded of all the main characters in the game. She's a complete badass. While her armaments are smaller than the other characters, starting with only 1 item and 2 guns, she can easily take down the first and second floor with just those if needed. The Hunter's sidearm is average at best, even I'll admit that, but it does what it needs to do until you find something else. The crossbow, however, is such a powerhouse to start with, it's almost a little easy to play the early game with it. This thing can kill early enemies with just a few shots. It can also wipe a boss's health out so easily. The Cordy Buddy, though, is where I'd really like the character the most. While this is the most RNG of the starting items in the game, admittedly, the Corgi adds a little spice to the run, and I'm not talking about the item spice. This doggo barks at mimics, which for newer players might prove invaluable, of course, but he also has a 5% chance of digging up consumables, maps, ammo, and HP upon clearing any room. This doesn't override the already potential drops that you can get. Many times have I gotten a double key or an ammo armor combo due to this adorable little Gungeon pooch. Hunter is easily the best of the 4 main characters. The Bullet is incredible. The Bullet has many unique play aspects to him that make me love playing as him a great deal. For starters, he's adorable as hell. Look at that mug. Look at it. Anyway, his main and only starting weapon is Blasphemy, the only starting melee weapon in the game. The sword is great. It not only does way more damage than the other starting weapons in the game, the only one being the Hunter's crossbow that beats it out, it also shoots a damaging, piercing beam a la Zelda when at full HP. The item can deflect and cut away enemy projectiles, and can gain a permanent damage increase using the Cog of Battle. Now, his passive is where I love him even more. Live ammo makes him immune to all contact damage in the game, aside from the Wallmonger, but hell with that guy. He's immune to contact damage, and also his rolls do significantly more damage than other Gungeoneers. This can lead to ridiculous potency with items like Armor of Thorns, where he can one-shot certain enemies with a roll. The bullet is awesome and can snowball very quickly. The robot edges out the bullet just barely, and I don't know why though. I really sat myself down to think about these last entries carefully. The robot's incredible difficulty might have something to do with it, seeing as he can only have armor for health, because the coolant leak in Robot's right arm aren't anything special. His battery bullets, on the other hand, make him very special. The battery bullets charge each bullet fired, causing puddles of water to become electrified. Combining this with the coolant leak is very useful early on. The battery bullets also increase your accuracy by decreasing your bullet spread 50%. This is huge for most automatic guns and shotguns in the game. The battery bullets also synergize pretty well with the shock rifle, increasing bullet speed by 50%. His overall character bonus is what makes him so fun to me though. Breaking chests has never been more fun. Every junk that the robot carries gives him a permanent 5% damage increase. Don't have a spare key for that awful brown chest? Shoot it and get some damage. Robot's awesome. And for the number one character in Gungeon, the Cultist. Nah, you can't just skip forward to the front of the line, little buddy. You get back there, yeah, number 7. You're bad. Bad. Well, there you have it, my official ranking on the Gungeoneers of Enter the Gungeon. Almost every character in this game deserves some playtime, as they all have unique things that can benefit a variety of different players. So, with the list complete, who's your number one Gungeoneer to play as and why? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you'd like to see me play Gungeon sometime, I'm currently playing it on my channel here, and occasionally I play it over on my Twitch stream. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you later.